What's going on, everybody? Man, it is a Sunday night. I mean, it's Sunday, and if you're wondering what's going on Sunday, the Dallas Cowboys are now losing 7-21. It's Sunday night, and the Houston Texans, as of right now, are losing 5-0 in the top of the fifth, and that's what's going on. We are definitely coming to you live. I do have my Astros jersey on, and I do have my homeboy from South Carolina on it, Dan Scott, the rock and roll rebel. Come out.
Fake news.
What's up,
listening to
everybody?
Kingdom Radio.
We're going to
What's
get
up,
into
bro?
it tonight. Is that what you're saying?
Man, we haven't talked in a while, man. What's been going on in South Carolina? I heard you had some permanent lighting installed. Are you going to have it installed? Or what's
Yes. I got some trim lights. The trim light, I guess that's, you said that was a nationwide brand or whatever?
Yeah. Trim light. That's a name brand. It's like McDonald's. It's all over the U.S.
Yeah, I met the owner came over of the place.
Of the
And,
franchise location.
Franchise, yeah, definitely franchise. And you have the choice between 6-inch spacing, 9-inch spacing, and 12-inch spacing. It's all those cool lights that do dancing patterns and all that stuff.
What'd you say? The more the better. 6-inch?
No, we went with 9 because we thought the 6, the wife was just worried it would just bleed over too much and be too like Christmassy. And we're gonna put a little bit of class in it.
So 9-inch.
Yeah, she went for that extra 3 inches. She said that 6 not good enough. Give me that 9.
You know, but that's a lot better than the 12. I mean, 9-inch spacing is definitely that's gonna be a lot of lights in there. It's gonna look great.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be cool.
Cool, man.
Hopefully.
So speaking of cool, so what you got on the NFL? I mean, I know you've been covering the Washington Redskins or the Washington Commanders, and I seen, Magic Johnson's trying to show his face, and Josh Harris, the new owner, they're trying to do something, but it doesn't change the fact that we're 2-0 and now we're 2-3.
Yeah, I mean, it's the typical Redskins. They were never ready for prime time. They always lose in prime time. That hasn't stopped. New owners. I don't think it's going to stop. I don't know. I don't know if it's Ron Riverboat Rivera. I think he's got to go. He's got to go. Yeah, or I don't know if it's Eric Bellamy, the offensive coordinator, because he came from Kansas City. Of course, he's going to look good because he had Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce. So,
well, everyone's saying now that Bieniemy, the offensive coordinator that came from Kansas City, everyone's saying maybe it's time for this guy to be the head coach and Ron Rivera to go ahead and find his little place on the pine, and let someone else who knows what they're doing take over. You've heard
Fake news.
That's a spicy take. I don't know what they're going to do, but I think Ron's got one more year in his contract. They'll probably let him ride it out, and then they'll see what happens, and they're probably going to want to build new stadiums and all that.
Well,
they're upgrading the stadium, but the Redskins are just the Redskins.
Winning teams build stadiums.
Yeah.
Teams that can't seem to get the dub, those teams, they're in rebuilding years. You don't rebuild the stadium, you rebuild the team, and then you rebuild the stadium, Yeah,
and it's weird. Like, you don't even know what team you're getting. You know what I mean? It's like, I don't know if it's the O-line. I don't know if it's Sam Howell, but it is what it is, I guess.
Well, yeah, it's true, too. Yeah, it's true. Well, you don't even know what the damn name of the team's going to be because they're trying to get the name of the team changed again, and then they have all these odds. I've seen, what is the betting site, DraftKings is talking about like what the odds are that they're going to change the name, and they think the name's going to be changed back to the Redskins or at least something else under the new ownership, and they're showing the odds right there before the game. They're hyping out that bet to make a long-term bet by the course of this year and this and that. And, the whole thing has just got so commercialized, but, we're kind of like forgetting the basics. Win the fucking game, dude. Don't worry about all this other noise. Drown out that noise. John Riggins, Joe Theismann, Darryl Green, the real Redskins from back in the day. Just get the dub, man. Don't worry about all this other nonsense. But, it's all this other noise out there, and they were forgetting the most important thing, in my opinion.
Quarterback?
No, just get the W's, man. Just get the W's.
Now, you need a quarterback, man. That's, I think, the biggest problem with the Redskins. It's just been a roundabout about quarterbacks. And Sam Howell's just, a fifth-round pick. So, you know what I mean? I mean, he's been passed over. So, I think they'll probably try to draft a quarterback next year because Howell looks good, but then he's a little too slow on getting rid of the ball. And sometimes he makes some dumbass decisions. So, I don't know. I don't think he's it. You know what I'm saying? This
Yeah,
will
I'm
be
with
his
you.
year to test it, and then maybe one more year because Ron, he's got one more year in his contract, but I'm sure the owner wants to win and get something going. When he wants to put his own cooking ingredients on it. So.
All right, so what do we got? What do we got on this Israel? Because I turned on because I don't look at Twitter that much or X or whatever it's called, but I turned on Twitter and then I seen that you're pretty active still on Twitter, right? The Rocket,
Yeah, the Rock and
the
Roll
Rock
Rebel
and Roll
Show.
Rebel Show.
Yes, sir.
So you're still popular. I mean, you're still active on Twitter. I mean, everyone's talking about this war right now. I mean, I've seen like pretty much all the Republican celebs. They're all talking about what the position is of America and our stance on the war of not Ukraine this time, but Israel. And man, I've seen some graphic stuff on Twitter. I'm talking about dead bodies, casualty, blood, gory, like remember Faces of Death kind of stuff. This
Yes,
is what I'm seeing just on Twitter, and I'm like, man, this is unbelievable, and it's not censored. I mean, have you seen anything like that?
Yeah, I'm sure you've seen the kids that are in like chicken coop cages, and then like you've seen like when they're dragging a couple women around. So I mean, I've seen a lot more death recently on Twitter, but Instagram has it beat. Like I open up my Instagram, bro, I'm seeing at least 2-3 people die when I scroll through the
Actual,
feed.
like
it's weird, like death
you
videos.
see the
Just,
death.
Yeah, it's just weird shit, man. I don't know what's going on Instagram. And I don't even search it. It's either I go in my search, it's naked women or it's death videos. And all I follow is like cooking videos and sports teams and celebrities. I don't know. The Gram's trying to get you, baby. The Gram's trying to get you.
Yeah, Big Brother trying to tell on you. Like, man, but I wasn't even looking for that stuff. It's just throwing it in your face.
Yeah, that's how it is. I think that's how they do it. That's how their algorithm is. Let's just give you tits and ass, and then let's just give you weird stuff, bro.
Yeah, get you in trouble with the wife, and then say, "Look, he's looks like he's studying to be a terrorist. Look at his history." And it's like, I didn't look for none of that stuff. I can't even believe I'm even seeing that. It's nasty, man. The stuff that's going on, and what they were saying is Joe Biden. Not to pick on Joe Biden, but it's pretty easy target there. Joe Biden released the $6 billion, finally got it released recently so Iran would have the money to attack. And then you start looking at all these pictures like a little teeny kid that's holding up these M4s. If you look at them, they're American weapons that were left behind in Afghanistan. It was like, oh my God. Anything that happens, you're personally responsible for anything that happens because you put the guns and you supplied them. Like, for example, if me and you were sitting in the courtroom and I was like, man, I'm completely innocent of this, Your Honor. And they say, well, hold up. You supplied them all the guns and you paid all the money, the reason why they had all this money to go to war. How are you not responsible? We as Americans are responsible for this war, really.
Yeah, this war, I don't know what's going on with Palestine, but you're 100% right. Joe Biden sent them $6 billion on 9/11, but they're trying to say it's only for humanitarian aid and stuff like that, but they're going to work around all that. And then you see all the pictures of the Palestine people, the Hans people, I guess.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Decked out. You're seeing them all decked out in U.S. military fatigues and everything. They got the 5.56 guns.
Yeah, the tanks and the whole deal, dude.
Toyotas, I guess, because they wanted all Toyotas over there. So they're flying hard. They're flying around, baby. They're flying around out there, and just I guess it all came from Afghanistan, right? Because we just said you leave it all there, and then eventually it all.
Well, I just read that on
here.
Twitter. I mean, I don't know if it's true or not. I just read it on Twitter, and I'm like, I don't know the whole situation. I'm busy working. I don't have time to follow American politics and what's going on. I see that Trump, he's not even showing up to the vice presidential debates, and stuff. But Ramaswamy, this guy, did you see the last one, the last Republican debate that was recently?
No, I didn't watch that. I didn't watch the second one.
So Ramaswamy not only does, like, when he's talking and someone else is talking, he does the signature Trump, excuse me, and then excuse me, and then he'll start talking, then he's doing the finger up and then the okay, and then the finger up. He's like doing the Trump thing. I mean, this guy sounds just like Trump. He has something to say. He has a good-looking smile. He's very knowledgeable. He says all the right things. He's a true Trump supporter. I don't see any reason why this guy can't be at least vice president, man. He's impressed me at least up to that point.
No, I don't know if he's ready for vice president. It's going to be interesting who Trump's going to pick for vice president.
Well,
I
I
was
mean, do
leaning
you need
towards Carrie
someone who
Lake.
really knows everything, or someone who's your protege that says, "You tell me what to do and you tell me how to do it, I'll do it just like that, and I'll be a student." You need like a sensei, a Mr. Miyagi situation, and then you need a grasshopper, and someone says, you tell me what to do and I'll do it, and if, together we'll work together. Rami Swami seems like he'll do that. The rest of them seems like, they don't have a nice or kind word to say about Trump. So how could you pick anybody else on the stage?
No, he's not going to pick anybody on the stage. Like Chris Christie's he's a bitch. Nobody's picking Pence. Nobody even knows he's there. Tim Scott's boring. Vic Ramaswamy's the only one that's up there mixing it up. And then you got Ron DeSanctimonious. He's just boring, and he's just like it's just like a plant. I think Ron just wishes he stayed back and waited a little bit. But if I'm Trump, I mean, if I'm of the three people I know out there, I'd probably like Carrie Lake. Maybe that Brian Donalds guy, the senator or the representative from Florida. And then third would be like probably another outside person. You know what I mean? Like Ivanka or something, but I don't think he'd do that.
Well, I mean, you have to have a ticket that wins.
Tucker Carlson, maybe. What if we did Tucker Carlson as vice president?
No, I mean, I think Trump is a lightning rod that's going to get any vote that Tucker would get. The two of them together weren't going to give you more votes. The same person who will vote for either one is going to vote for either one. I think you need a different person like Joe Biden and Kamala Harris, like a complete opposite to get more votes in an area that you weren't as strong in. I think Ramaswamy brings that to the Trump campaign.
Nah, I think Kamala got less votes. I mean, we all know they stole the election in 2020. So, I mean, Trump won the election. We all know that. I mean, because where's the Biden supporters? You see him anywhere? But every time Trump goes somewhere, bro, he's got people everywhere. It doesn't matter what state, what city. Thousands and thousands of
what
people
state
come out.
and what city didn't Hunter Biden, didn't he go back into the freaking courtroom or something the other day? I mean, I've been busy, I ain't had a chance to follow it, but it looks like they went ahead and had another hearing about him facing the Piper recently. We know about that.
I haven't seen anything on Hunter. I know he was supposed to, they incited like some more special counsel, but like this, I know the special counsel was already like Hunter's business partner. It's like, come on, bro. The Department of Justice is corrupt. The FBI. It's sad, bro. I mean, you don't even know these days. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
and then
Hunter Biden's attorney withdraws from the federal gun charge case.
Oh, okay. And then you see about the FBI is hunting now MAGA supporters, right? Supposedly they've already knocked on like 100,000 doors. So they coming to your door yet?
No, believe me, I live in Houston, Texas. There's nobody dumb enough to knock on this door talking some bullshit like that. But
FBI coming, FBI coming.
My man, if FBI comes to the door, then we got a big problem. But right now, we're just minding our business, staying in our own lane. We're trying to be American patriots. We're waving the red, white, and blue flag. I mean, if someone has a problem with that, come get some, man. I've had enough time. I've enjoyed my life on this earth anyway. If you want to come here knocking that dumb stuff, man, we can go ahead and handle that. But, but as far as the FBI and stuff, it's ridiculous. All the stuff you see on TV and the stuff that's getting the people who are getting persecuted for speaking out against the FBI and stuff. I mean, it goes to show you, the American politics, just America in general, is just so corrupt by the politicians.
Oh,
Did you see how they revoked, a business license? Think about this. A business license. You're doing business, let's say you're Donald Trump, and you're doing business in, many states, and you're doing many countries all over the planet Earth. You have many businesses. But New York, that's where you cut your teeth. That's where you had your very first buildings, your big skyscrapers, your big, right on Fifth Avenue and stuff like that. And all these buildings, they revoke your business license recently. All that is just election interference to take money from this man so he can't fund his own campaign with his money. You're trying to distract him with all these stupid ass felonies and taking the money from him. They revoke his business license in New York, so now he's on appeal so he can still do business. Think of all the businesses he owns to say that he can't do business. I mean, there's a freaking guy with a felony record that's selling hot dogs on the street that you get at the hot dog stand, like a little food cart, that has a business license. But the former president of the United States that has beautiful hotels and all these things, you revoke his business license and you're going to tell me that it's not political? Give me a fucking break, man. It's ridiculous.
Oh yeah, you're 100% right. It's just they
Fake
don't
news.
they don't want Trump. But I don't think they're going to be able to avoid Trump. You know what I mean? He's just so massive right now. He's crushing in the polls. The people see what the hell's going on now. The immigrants are everywhere. The inflation's still there.
California is a
pockets.
freaking mess. Seattle's a freaking mess. Chicago's a mess. Any place that's a Democrat-run city, it's a freaking mess. New York, the amount of immigrants, as soon as they come across the border in America, it used to be at Ellis Island. You go through processing, you come out as American. You go through processing, they put you on a Greyhound bus, and they're shipping you to all these Democrat-run cities, Chicago, L.A. They're sending you to New York. People, there's no room for these people. They said, no, we welcome them because I don't want to be caught on camera saying I don't. And then now the people who live there were like, hold on, bud. I was with you, and I was with you on this woke stuff and, flipping some cars over, and you say we won't get in trouble if we do anything, and we'll start riots, and, we'll quit our jobs and, live off the government. I was with you on all that. This all sounded good. But having all of these immigrants over here taking over the schools, and I have no place to live, and I'm homeless, but they have a place to stay, I got to draw the line somewhere, dude. I'm trying to ride this Democrat thing out, and I'm trying to be, all these things that you're saying about racism, but man, I got to draw the line somewhere, bro. You're making it tough to be a Democrat, and these Democrat-run cities, people are leaving, exiling from their, it's fleeing for their life and for their families is what I'm seeing right now.
Oh, 100%. Did you see the thing in Chicago? There's a couple of spots. Well, I'll mention the one first. In Chicago, I guess there's a youth football team. Like the league has this building, but it's by the state or whatever. It's like their whole thing. It's like their campus, their hangout for all the youth kids. They're kicking all the youth football players out because they're putting in the illegal immigrants in there. So they can't play football or nothing. So regular American citizen kids can't play because they got to house all these illegals that they're putting in. I mean, that's just...
It's crazy,
I don't know
dude.
if that's ass backwards or what.
It's crazy, dude. It's crazy that the world we live in.
Yeah, and then the regular homeless people in like New York City are getting kicked out because they're all in the police stations there, and all the migrants now are just filling up the police stations because they're out of hotel rooms and they're costing millions and millions of dollars. You know what I'm saying? It's just wild. So I don't know. People are waking up now. They're seeing it because you already hear like the mayor talking about they don't want them here, they don't want them there. But they just need to keep sending them, baby. I just keep sending them to these sanctuary cities, and then eventually all the population like, oh, we fucked up voting for Joe Biden. So,
and another thing I think right now is, I think some of this stuff is on purpose because anybody who knows something about real estate knows that you buy it when it's low, and then you sell it when it's high. You buy low. I mean, it's any kind of commodities. Right now, they keep rating the Fed rate. So as the interest rate goes up, a family doesn't say we're a $400,000 a year, a house family. You're a $2,800 a month, you can pay for a house payment family. And then that depends on whatever the interest rate is, determines on how much you can afford. So if you can afford $2,800 a month, that could be a $450,000 loan, that could be a $600,000 loan, or that could be a $200,000 loan, depending on the interest rate, the Fed rate. So as they raise the Fed rate, the person who can afford whatever they can afford a month, they can afford less house, which brings the property value down. And that's what's going on right now. So by the end of the year right now, anybody is going to be able to buy up all of this land and everything. You're seeing it all over the country. They're buying up all this land. Then it turns to, there's a new administration in there. The property, the gas goes down, inflation goes down, the value goes up, the stock market gets recovered. And then those people in that time that took advantage of that and bought stuff, those people are going to be the ones benefiting big time. And it's just a game. It's like insider trading or stock manipulation, but it's actually changing the market yourself, creating your own news and narrative so you can take advantage of the market and then say, oh, I'm sorry, everything's better now. Now you can feel free to invest your money. And then they cash in windfalls on real estate investments. That's what you're seeing right now.
Yeah, 100%. Just like that Dianne Feinstein that just died. They wheeled her in on her last day to vote, and then she died that night. But I guess she died, and she's worth $200 million, and she was in Congress for 30 years. Huh?
They make good money in the Congress, man.
They make $100,000 a year.
Yeah, I know, but kickbacks, 10% to the big guy. It's like, anybody who's anybody that knows about getting through red tape. Red tape is about greasing palms. That's why they call it red tape. Red tape means hold up real here. It's not. It's not a barrier. It's not a. It's not a wall. It's not a roadblock. It's red tape. You can cut
This
through
hammer's
it with your
$20.
money. With your money. Yeah. It's
Yeah,
like-
but 200 million? That's just, come on, that's like athlete money.
It's nothing, man. If you're the one that's calling the shots, big business all around, just tax breaks, incentives, kickbacks. I mean, it's nothing, dude. $200 million is nothing. I mean, think how much, like when you say, hey, there's a situation going on here, let's give $6 billion. Boom. Like it's nothing. Like it's nothing. Me and you having to earn a living, we're thinking, oh, $100,000. That's like a year's salary or something. But
Shit, I think
$6 billion just to go here and play with this tax money, it's nothing, dude. It's nothing.
now, and it's every year they get the same amount of bankroll. You know what I'm saying? Just to divvy it up. They have like the bill right now. They're trying to pass. They were going to shut down the government. In this bill, they had a bathroom. They want to build a bathroom for $5 million. They wanted to build. They wanted to put a roof on. You were once in the roofing business. It's just like a regular old building, maybe 10,000 square foot, but they want to charge $1.5 million just to shingle the roof.
Yeah,
And it's not that big. It's like two houses. Two houses cost $1.5 million to shingle.
it's called use it or lose it. If you have $1.5 million to use, or else they take the budget from you and you won't have an opportunity to use it if you need it possibly next year, you have to figure out something useful to use it for. And it's just so much waste that the government spends money on. It's ridiculous.
It's been in like they're going to give John McCain. They're going to build him a library for $80 million. John McCain, he wasn't even president. Presidents get libraries.
Well, I would love to step foot in $1 million bathroom. It better have a bidet. That's all I'm saying.
$5 million. $5 million bathroom.
$5 million bathroom
at a park in California.
Well, I don't
know.
Nancy
Pelosi's district. Nancy Pelosi's district. So
maybe,
I'm sure
maybe bathrooms cost $5 million. Who knows? I don't know.
Oh, and then I think they wanted to build. Listen to this. They want to build. What state is it? I think this is also California. Ted Lieu's district. They want to build a all gay retirement home house for I think $3 million. So it's be like a retirement home for old folks, but you got to be gay to stay there.
Yeah. Well, that's like, there's like,
Okay.
I don't want you
This is where we're
to,
at.
I don't want you
Taxpayer
to single out somebody and saying that only these type of people, or people who
Yeah.
look like this, or people who are this color or race, or people who are this orientation. But man, they sure are getting the upper hand, saying if you're gay, the rules don't apply to you. There should be some extra kind of thing, and you can really isolate yourself and have some favoritism, if you can claim that you're gay.
Yeah.
And that's the world we live in.
Baby. It's the Transformers. I think they're all trans, probably.
I don't mind it, man. Whatever you do behind the closed doors, man, that's your deal, man. I'm all about it, man. Do what you want to do. Don't teach my kids that kind of stuff. But as an American, I homeschool my kids. If I don't like what the school's teaching, you always have that option. You can teach them yourself, man. So, good thing we live in America.
When they start pumping that for us, was that like that Real World guy? No, they had gay. MASH. Remember MASH? MASH had that gay dude. Who's that gay dude on
Murdoch?
MASH?
No, that's
Radar
not
or
18.
something?
I don't know, man. Was he gay?
But I think that was the first one, and then the Real World guy I remember, and then
I thought it was Big Brother. Big Brother had like the first gay guy.
No, didn't Roseanne? Remember Roseanne Barr? She, I think, had the first lesbian kiss right on TV.
I don't know. Was it 90210 or there wasn't gay back then?
No, I don't think they had a gay, but they all seemed gay.
Yeah. What was it? Yeah. What was that? What was that show? The freaking House of Cards, man. That was such a good fucking show. And then on the third, like every time you have a good show, they won't let you have a third season unless you at least have two guys kissing. I mean, it's got to be two guys kissing, or we can't have a third season. Period.
Well, Kevin Spacey was in that too, so
he got messing. I know he's gay or bi or something, but he got caught like messing around with some kids or someone underage or
someone underage. I didn't know he was gay. I always thought he was cool. You know what I'm saying? He was in some great movies.
He was gay in the show.
he was he wasn't a gay politician, was he?
No, he was a president, like a vice president. Then he became president, but his secret service agent was like this young guy, and then they were doing a bunch of sexual stuff, him and the guy, and then him and his wife and the guy, and it was kind of like, man, this is gay as shit. I mean, it's kind of interesting, but
Yeah, I think I only watched the
super
first two
gay.
seasons. I don't remember that. I only watched the first 2 seasons, I think.
Oh yeah, well you missed the good one.
First season was fire.
It was like as soon as he left the show, it was like, why'd you even do the fourth one? I mean, no offense to the actors on there, but without Kevin, I mean that show wasn't even close to the same. As I would love to have seen how it ended. I hate the fact that he fucking left it like it was.
Yeah.
So what else? What else is going on, dog? I said you're all over the freaking internet now.
Yeah, I'm on Instagram at Rock and Roll Rebel. I'm on Twitter, X at Rock and Roll Rebel, and of course the YouTube channel. We want the YouTube channel at the Rock and Roll Rebel Show.
Hell yeah!
And we're out here. We're just doing shorts. We got a lot of shorts, cooking shorts, and then we talk politics and other news. I was thinking about trying to branch off into some other stuff, like maybe top 5 movies of all time, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Dumb videos.
Yeah,
but that's about it.
What is your all-time best movie?
Top 5? I don't know. I was thinking about it
because all-time best. We talking about Armageddon? What are we saying?
No, I would be like
Vince Vaughn,
like,
old school.
Yeah, mine would mostly be old school, like Braveheart, Casino.
No, I meant the movie old school. Vince Vaughn.
No, that was funny though, but that's not my type of comedy. It would more be like American Pie, something like that. Raunchiness. And then what was that one movie? Party X? Was it Party X?
American History X?
No, that was with Ed Norton. That's good too, though. I might put that in my top 5. That was a good movie.
I don't know. That's a little edgy.
It's too much going on. But like I do Dazed and Confused, maybe Friday, Braveheart,
Gone in 60 Seconds,
Tombstone. No, Gone in 60 Seconds. No.
I met that guy in the airport. Did you see that picture on Facebook?
No, you met Nick Cage?
No, the black guy. I forget his name, but I met him at the airport.
Oh, I knew you were talking about.
He was actually like, I didn't realize how many movies he was in.
Was that Ben Rings? Ben Rings?
No.
You're talking about the other dude, Duncan guy, right? The dude was in Green Mile. I Can't Read, Boss.
No. Was it Gone in 60 Seconds? In 60 seconds. Let me see. 60 seconds.
That's awesome.
It was, what's his name? Well, here he is right here. Full cast and crew. It's Delroy Lindo.
Who?
Delroy Lindo.
I don't know who that is, bro.
Look him up right now. Delroy Lindo. I met him. He was actually in Crooklyn. He was wearing a Crooklyn hat at the airport. Crooklyn. He was in Clockers. Yeah.
Delroy what?
Delroy, Delroy, and last name is Lindo. Delroy Lindo. He's from across the pond,
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, you know this dude?
Yeah, he was in, wasn't he in, what was that?
Chicago Code. He was in The Good Fight. I mean, this guy was like, he was in Point Break.
Okay, yeah.
But one of the biggest ones he was in was Crooklyn, and then of course Gone in 60 Seconds. He was also in Malcolm X.
Romeo Must Die.
Mm-hmm.
Harder They Fall. The Heist, that was good.
Yeah. Get Shorty.
Yeah, that was okay.
So I met him. We were in the airport, and he's just sitting at the freaking. We were in the VIP lounge. You know what I mean? At the airport. Top shelf situation. Yeah. So he's just going there with his hat. His hat was like flipped up this way, and it said Crooklyn on it. And I was like, "Oh shit, what's up, dog?" And then I didn't know his name, so I was like, "Shit, let me give him a second. Let me go on my phone." I'm like, "Oh, Mr. Lindo, sir, may I get your autograph? When you get it, can I get a picture with you?" So I said, "Yeah." And he goes, "Yeah, sure." But he goes, "Anyway, hey, can you put it on the anybody watching the soccer game? No, put it on the soccer game over here. Put it on the soccer game." So they put on the soccer game, and it was like, I don't know, one country playing another. It was like, I don't know, somewhere in South America playing somewhere in Central America or something. And he was like, knew all the players and shit. Like he was watching soccer big time. And he was like, he was rooting on everything. He goes, "Hey, buddy, do you have your phone ready?" I said, "Yes, sir." And I took a picture with him. It's on Facebook. You can check it out. But I got a chance to meet him. He was a nice guy.
That's awesome.
That VIP, dog, if you've ever flown and you get a chance to get into that United Club, man, that VIP is something else.
Yeah. I'm part of the United Club.
Oh, you are?
Yeah, and I don't even fly. The wife signed up, I guess, for a job. She's got all that.
Yeah, well, it's nice. I mean, I thought you had to sneak liquor in the airplane bottles, the front airplanes. I thought you had to sneak liquor into the airplane and stuff, and into the airport, and you drink it and get a soda and just kind of pour it in there when no one's looking. I didn't realize. No wonder all these rich people are so freaking happy. They're not spending $15 for a burger. The inside the club, there's all you can drink for
Yeah,
free, all you can eat. It's like, man, no wonder this is why everyone's so happy in the airport. No wonder these people are miserable and these people are like enjoying life. It's definitely worth the $500 a year, for sure.
that's all it is.
Well, that's for you and any of your guests. I mean, we have
Yeah, I
kids.
thought it was
There's
more.
four
Yeah, but
of
it's
us
just you to
out.
have access into their little club and stuff. But I mean, you do get the free stuff, and I think you get little extra stuff. But
Yeah, and shit, I was flying first class and everything. I just changed my rewards up to reward points, and yeah, definitely worth it, 100%. But anyway,
that's
other
all.
than that, man, what's going on with in South Carolina?
Nothing. We
What's
got
the Rock
nothing.
and Roll Rebel? What's up this month for Rock and Roll Rebel? It's October. It's MLB. It's NFL football going on. Anything like that? Got you pumped up?
Nah, just watching that Sunday ticket. I think it's okay. That 4-box thing's nice, but usually I just put on the one game.
The YouTube TV. I usually have
Yeah,
two TVs. I got one on the game I want to watch in the box over here with the red zone and three other games.
but that's not bad. I think that's gonna change the market, and then Amazon's gonna change the market. So I mean, pretty soon there's not gonna be no more regular TV. I don't know what they're gonna do. And then like all these streaming services now, I guess Hulu's raising their stuff, but I think everybody's just gonna switch over to YouTube eventually because I mean it's too many apps now. You know what I'm saying? Remember back in the day we had to pay for text messages and you had to pay for all this. Now you gotta pay for Wi-Fi.
Now it's just you have to have creative content that you have this many viewers that you can sell commercial spaces on. And it doesn't have to be TV. It's any kind of social media. It's Twitter. It's Tucker Carlson. It's just anyone who can draw a crowd, Joe Rogan or, anybody really, any kind of social media influencer. That's the new. What do you think about that kid, the old redhead kid, the country guy? Didn't he get signed?
Oh, that Oliver something. I don't
Yeah,
know about him. Like last time
Oliver
I heard
Anthony.
yeah, he turned down like a $5 million record contract because he said he wanted to be just regular or something like that.
No,
And
I think he's signed. He's come to his senses since then. He went ahead and signed.
he thinks so.
No, he turned down a
I
five.
know.
He took like a $60 million contract.
Yeah, I would have did the same thing. I don't know what he was thinking. I would have signed right away. I'd be like, where the fuck am I signing at? I'm just sitting here driving in a Honda or something. You know what I mean? He got lucky. He made a video in the woods about him singing this song that he probably worked on for like 2 years, and it hit. And he's like, oh, like sign me up, motherfucker. Where's my limousine?
Yeah,
Pick me up at the
yeah.
airport.
I want to play halftime in the Super Bowl. So remember, we were talking about the Super Bowl, and we were thinking that there was no way. And then now you have Jason Aldean and this Oliver Anthony singing national anthem.
Oh, they're gonna sing the national anthem this year.
Yeah.
Oh wow, I'm surprised
And
he did
so
that.
Oliver Anthony was like, they were going to give him $200,000 to do it, and he said, I'm not going to take that. I'll sing that song for free." And then so Jason Aldean had like damn near $1 million that they were going to pay him to sing the national anthem, and then of course he had to also say, "I'll do it for free." But that's tough to say $1 million. I'll do it for free. That has to be tough.
Well, at that point, I mean, Aldean's filthy rich. You know what I mean? Because he's a huge country star. He's selling out everywhere.
But he's like, try that in a small town. And I think, what was it, Snoop Dogg? He turned down, correct me if I'm wrong, was it $60 million contract with CMT? That he said he no longer wants to be with CMT since they took a position that they didn't want to do something with Jason Aldean over try that in a small town. That Snoop said, "Nah, that guy's like a brother to me. I'm done with CMT," and he left CMT and walked away from that contract. Which CMT and Snoop Dogg, I don't see the connection there, but the fact that Snoop Dogg would leave, in support of Jason Aldean says a lot about how screwed up CMT is.
Yeah. Well,
The
CMT.
politics of CMT. It's like, dude, no, you missed your mark, man. You misread the audience.
Nobody's watching CMT no more. And Snoop's just a household name now. He's just like your uncle, I guess. But I don't like his political views and all that now. I don't know. I don't know how people still stay on that side. Like, who came out the other day? Like Taylor Swift or something?
Oh, and Travis Kelce.
Yeah, I feel like what's up with that. That's just to push the Pfizer vaccine, probably, and Taylor Swift and the Democrat race or something. Vote for Joe Biden.
Well, two celebs get together. One benefits the other in some way. Travis Kelce, he had 40 million new followers because of, and of course the Chiefs, because of Taylor Swift. And then vice versa. Taylor Swift gets that audience that's coming to her, but Taylor Swift makes more in one concert, one night, than Travis Kelce's contract for a whole entire year. So if that gives you any idea of who's more popular.
Yeah, well, she's huge. She's huge.
She's on the team jet, flying with the team.
That's nice.
And
plus,
distracting, I would say.
Yeah,
like,
but
dude,
it's weird.
None of us are bringing our wives. We got badass, fucking tens, dude. We have tens we could bring with us. Why are we bringing girlfriends and stuff?
This Taylor Swift, and plus Kelce's got a different type. You know what I'm saying? His last girlfriend was his sister. So
yeah,
she was nice.
That's a West Virginia situation, no?
No, not a woman of color, brother.
Oh, is that what happened?
Yeah, he had a nice red bone or whatever, a thickie.
Oh,
yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's thick, bubble butt and all that. Now
she wasn't riding on a team plane, though, probably.
I don't know. Travis Kelce probably get away with a lot of stuff being the greatest tight end right now in football, and his show with his brother, their podcast is pretty good on YouTube. So they're like, it's like weird. It's like there's prop up these people, get them all famous. So, I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's trying to trick the masses, you know what I'm saying? Because people don't pay attention. They're busy. Like you said, you're working all day long. What's going on out there? It's hard to pay attention. That's why I say pick up your phone and call your representative. Call them up. Tell them you ain't putting up with this bullshit.
Yeah, that's right. Hey, what's the chances, since we're going to be wrapping this up, what's the chances that Trump is going to be the next president of it? He's definitely going to get the Republican vote, right? That's not even up for debate? That's true?
Yeah, I don't even know if they'll let it get that far.
He's got the Republican nomination. Is anyone do you even need to get a vote? They know you can go ahead and vote. If you're trying to steal it from Trump, then no one's going to let you do it. Trump definitely is the clear front runner. He's just trying to fight some legal stuff, and then it's just him versus whoever that's on the Democrat side, right?
Yeah. Yeah, and who's going to beat out Trump? Ron DeSantis? No, nobody's going to beat out. Trump's locked in.
Well, the lawyers and the fucking justice system and shit, they're trying to take anything and everything they can from him so he doesn't have a chance to fight. He's fighting with one arm tied behind his back, and then they're like, let me get the other arm too. No, they're trying to turn him into a punching dummy, but everything they do is backfiring on him.
Yeah, they're trying to break him right now. And then the whole thing is weird about his thing in, what is he in New York over the values, trying to say he overvalued Mar-a-Lago. So the place in New York is saying that he overvalued his property in Florida, which is coast to coast, waterside to waterside, and one of the most beautiful places in Florida. The houses next to it are going for $50 million, but they're saying Mar-a-Lago, which is a business, makes $25 million a year, is only worth $18 million. It's like, come on. And there's no victim. Who's the victim? The bank already has their money back.
Yeah. If you want to see someone who's taking advantage of the situation, go to the next door neighbor, go to the next door neighbor after that, go to the neighbor after that. Nobody lives in that house by being a dumbass. Every single person knows how to take advantage of the situation. Everyone knows how to play the tax game. They pay their taxes, but there's loopholes and there's itemized deductions. And there's a way that rich people, you can have the house for 3 years before you can actually sell it, or else you have penalties. And you just know how to play the game. They didn't make the rules. They just know how to play by the rules, and they're one of the best at it. It's how people live in neighborhoods like that. And you can't get mad at that. You just have to learn and get your piece of that. That's the American dream, is the opportunity to do that, not cut down people who are living the dream. Figure out the road, the pathway and the roadmap, how to get there, and get your piece of the American dream is what the American dream is, in my opinion.
You couldn't say it any better, baby. You couldn't say it any better. But I do appreciate you for letting me jump on this Kingdom Radio, baby. Follow me at the Rock and Roll Rebel Show on YouTube. Follow me at Rock and Roll Rebel on Twitter, X, Instagram. And it's been awesome, man. It's been awesome. I do appreciate it.
Hell yeah, man. Hey, we'll jump on soon, man. Until then, peace.
He going to jail like a mother.